Hi, East Texas. Thanks for tuning in here to CBS 19 Plus. I want to give you an update on our severe weather situation that we face as we head into the overnight hours tonight into early Wednesday morning. Again, this is an overnight severe weather threat. It may start as early as 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. It could also hold off till about 6 or 7 o'clock, but it should be occurring very early Wednesday morning. And we do have some concerns for an elevated risk of tornado warnings. Some of these could be strong, even long tracked in these dashed areas from northern Smith County and northern Gregg County northward through parts of Wood and Upshur County, also Harrison County, Marion County, and then on up to Marion, Titus, Franklin County, and even a portion of Hopkins County. So that's where the bullseye is for the strongest possibly tornadic storms Wednesday morning. Then we go around that area, and you can see at least a low would be about a 5% threat from Marshall through Henderson into Tyler and up toward Canton, and then a very low threat over deep East Texas. Still a threat, but very low. Highest threats in that hatched area in yellow. Another risk that we face for severe weather Wednesday morning, overnight tonight, Wednesday morning, will be severe hail. We could have some large hail in this area in yellow. It's an elevated risk from Nacogdoches to Henderson to Carthage Center, San Augustine, and Marshall. Perhaps less of a tornado threat here because the thunderstorms will be what we call elevated or not rooted next to the boundary or the surface, but when they are elevated, they still have the capability of producing some large hail. And we also have a severe wind gust threat in that same area. So as the thunderstorms are moving southward, they could be producing some very strong wind gusts in excess of 60 miles an hour, perhaps up to 70 miles an hour. Less of a threat the farther west you go in terms of the wind gust threat. Again, some of these counties are in that tornado threat, so they have a higher tornado threat than they do, for instance, a severe wind gust threat. I know that can be somewhat confusing with all of these colors, but let's just suffice it to say that we have a severe weather threat Wednesday morning, primarily between about 4 a.m. and 9 a.m. across the area. Maybe better explained here on our future Skycast. You'll notice late tonight, maybe an isolated thunderstorm heading into the overnight hours, and then as a cold front, almost acting like a dry line, moves into East Texas. Look at these thunderstorms that rapidly develop from Tyler back toward Palestine, up here Gilmer toward Linden, also a chance for thunderstorms there. They do race quickly off to the northeast. These will be fast-moving storms in the order of 50 to 60 miles an hour. They're going to be racing through. By Wednesday at 11:15, the front has made it down into deep East Texas. It's warmer, more humid at San Augustine where it's 80, so there's probably still a severe weather threat in San Augustine County and Sabine County through that time. But northerly winds, less humidity coming over, and so we do have showers and thunderstorms continuing. But again, remember, it's cooler. It's not as unstable as it will be prior to the front's arrival, and so these should be run-of-the-mill rain and thunderstorms. Sometimes you can have a little bit of hail in some of these thunderstorms coming through with some colder air aloft, so certainly can't rule that out into Wednesday night. But I think generally what we're looking at then is a Thursday morning threat for some flash flooding, primarily over deep East Texas, Carthage Center, San Augustine, Nacogdoches, Lufkin, Groveton, and Crockett. So it's a severe weather threat in terms of flash flooding then Thursday morning. So we're going to go from that wind and tornado and hail threat to a flash flood threat from the northwest to the southeast across the area. Showers will continue into Thursday afternoon. Notice some of us stay dry. There may be a distinct cutoff between rain and no rain, and that cutoff may be a Palestine to Jacksonville, Henderson to Marshall line, where Tyler and Longview could have much less rainfall than areas down to the south. Now, here's some good news. Overall weather pattern is settling down next week. Upper level ridging beginning to build into the southwestern part of the United States and spreading eastward. The main storm track retreats all the way to the northern U.S.-Canadian border and into the northeastern part of the United States. So this is where the storms would follow, and they stay pretty far away from East Texas. So that's good news. We'll warm up. Highs will be in the 80s for a good portion of next week with that high pressure system and sinking air resulting in some drier conditions. So Wednesday, it's an 80% chance of rain. Thursday, it's a 50% chance of rain. Friday, it's a 50% chance of rain. Saturday, 30% chance of rain. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we are drying out. Temperature outlook between April 10th and the middle part of the month, and this is why we say the weather pattern is calming down. Warmer than average temperatures are highly likely in the central U.S., all the way even down here into East Texas and all the way into South Texas. So warmer than average temperatures likely in that time frame leading up to the middle part of the month. When we look at the rainfall over the next 7 days, again, it follows that trend of what we've been talking about. Rainfall amounts, take your look at the contour here, compare it to the legend. 4 inches of rainfall over parts of deep East Texas. Really, most of that is going to fall here, I think, in the next 3 days. So that's really your best rain chance is Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday and Saturday, you may find some light rain showers in parts of places like Lufkin, Nacogdoches, and Center. But Sunday and Monday should be fairly dry. If there's anything, it's a sprinkle or a little bit of drizzle. So all in all, that's 7 days. Then when we look out 7 to 10 days between April 10th and April 14th, we're drying out. Below average rainfall likely from Tyler all the way up into the Ohio River Valley. Above average rainfall is likely out over the Pacific Northwest. Some parts of West Texas will get some much needed rain. So again, after the severe weather moves in or through the area Wednesday, it looks like our weather pattern is really going to calm down. All right, here's your forecast for Wednesday, hour by hour. Thunderstorms through 9 a.m., showers through 10 a.m., northwest winds take over, and the rain chances begin to push to the southeast of Tyler and Longview. We'll have cloudy skies with rain chances continuing at Nacogdoches and at Lufkin. Highs will be in the low 70s with less humid air coming in. All right, high temperatures Wednesday, 70 degrees at Mount Pleasant. Early thunderstorms at Pittsburgh. Early thunderstorms and then maybe another afternoon round of rain and thunder. Highs in Tyler and Longview around 70, Henderson around 75, Jacksonville around 73, 74 over at Carthage. Over deep East Texas, a little bit cooler because it rains more in places such as Lufkin and Nacogdoches and Crockett and Hemphill, where the rain waits to arrive a little later. Temperatures will be in the upper 70s. Here's your Baylor Scott & White Texas Spine Joint Hospital 10-day forecast. So thunderstorms, wind, and rain on Wednesday, an 80% chance. 50% chance of showers Thursday and Friday. Look how much cooler it is. Friday's high in the upper 50s. We're warming up and drying out by Easter, 77. Monday's fantastic, and we'll be above average with our temperatures Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Thanks for watching CBS 19 Plus, and have a safe night.